motivated. Like I said, I've done many different things in my career. There's a point in time when I created my own startup. This is going back quite a while, even before I got into the fund business. We ran this startup. I had a founder who was very strong on technology. We created a startup which was catering to a global consumer audience. Ran it for a while. It wasn't bad. It was going just about fine. And then I had an opportunity to create a fund, and somebody had reached out saying, listen, we are creating this fund. Would you help, sort of put it together? And then I weighed my options and I said, let's go and try and create a fund. And I had to let my startup go, right, to that extent. And that was a tough choice to make. I won't call it a down, but it certainly was a tough choice to make. Over the years, investing means that you build a portfolio. And in your portfolio, you will see successes and you will see failures. So my first fund, the India Innovation Fund, where we invested in about 7 startups, I think 4 of them succeeded, 3 of them failed. And every one of those failures brings you a down because you sort of get, you get close to startup founders. You want every one of them to succeed. And the nature of the startup business is that startups will fail. And you've got to be prepared for that. And so I've seen through some of these failures in the startup world, significant downs in startups that we have invested in. We've seen situations where there's a startup I invested in out of my last fund, which almost saw a down. We were like us and another co-investor trying to figure out, sitting in a room and saying, okay, this guy is asking us for this additional 1 crore in capital just to bridge him to something else. Should we put it? The whole thing is not really showing promise. And he said, listen, I just need 2 more months. Give me this 1 crore. And honestly speaking, the only reason I agreed is because the other investor said, hey, let's, support him. And these were early days in my fund management business. So I deferred to the thoughts of the other person. And fortunately, it turned around. A month after we put in that bridge round, it started doing well again, the startup, and eventually gave us a pretty good exit too.